How to start your own business whilst you're still employed? Well, it's tricky, but very essential to your growth. Well, there's an extra source of income you're trying to build for yourself, and there are lots of considerations and a lot of tactical ways you have to go about it so you don't conflict your side hustle with your current work position or your workplace as well. And in this video, I want to share with you some do's and don'ts that you need to take into consideration when you are planning to start your own business or your side hustle whilst you're still employed at another company. Let's jump right into it. Now, the first do on the list is that you need to run the side hustle as part of your current work or as a part-time deal that you are working on. It doesn't have to mean that once you come up with a business idea and you think it's feasible, you stop your job and go and do that one. Run it alongside the current job you are doing. That way, it gives you ample time to be able to understand the business properly, see the errors in there, correct the errors, and see if it's a business potential growth thing that you're going to do or venture into before you even stop your work to go and do that one. Another thing you need to understand and take into serious consideration is that your side hustle does not have to conflict with your current job. You don't have to get a conflict of interest between the two. So you can't be working at a particular company, doing a particular thing, and then running a side hustle of that same thing. It's really a conflict of interest, and it can land in a lot of legal issues when you get your company gets to find out that that's what you're actually doing. So I would advise you that whatever you're doing, make sure there's a distinction between your side hustle and your current work position or your workplace as well. One major thing also is that when starting your side hustle or when you start your side hustle, make sure to save the income that comes from there. The mistake a lot of people do is that once they start seeing an extra source of income, they increase their spending to meet up with the income coming in. And what happens over time is that the side hustle starts to diminish because you're not investing back into it, you're not promoting it, you're not pushing resources back into growing that particular side hustle you're running. Rather, when the money comes, because you're now seeing an extra source of income, immediately we dive into the spending mode, and then the money finishes early. At the end of the day, the business crashes as well. So do what to save money coming in from your side hustle. Another thing you need to really take into consideration is prioritizing your time. When you're running your side hustle along working with someone, you don't have ample time. Let's say you're a 9-to-5 worker. You leave home early, try go there on time, work at 5 p.m. You now have to consider working on your side hustle as well so it doesn't get out of business. Now, prioritizing your time and managing your time effectively helps you create ample time for yourself, create ample time for the side hustle, and still work effectively as a 9-to-5 worker in whatever corporation you're working in. So understand how your time works, understand how your day works, and understand how you want to prioritize your day and which hours or how many hours would be invested into your side hustle. That way, it gives you ample time to run that business effectively and not contradict your working hours as well. Now, to the don't of running your side hustle whilst you're still employed is that one thing I noticed from some time back upon speaking to some people and some mistakes they've done is that they end up using the work computers or your workplace computers for their side hustle works. It's very terrible. It's a very bad practice for yourself and for the corporation you're working in. So don't go there using office computers to do your personal work. It's very, very wrong. Don't go to the office and then use the office machines to send emails out to do other stuff. It's very wrong, and it's contradicting to the kind of work you are doing and your side hustle as well. And if you don't take care, what happens is that you can even get fired from doing that. So do what to educate yourself that where you work at is not your personal workspace and it's not your personal machine you're using. Make sure you use that for office purposes only. When you leave there, you can get your own machine to work on your personal stuff as well. Now to the major one, don't feel pressured to leave the workplace to start your own business, no matter what is going on at the workplace. Make sure you're fully ready and very sure of yourself before you even think of, writing a resignation letter to stop where you are working at and start on your own business. Now, another don't you have to really consider and really take notice of is that don't talk about your side hustle anyhow in the office, because that is not your office space. It's not your side hustle office space. It's someone else's office space. So do what you expect that environment. When you get there, do what you're supposed to do, work on what you're supposed to do. If you want to advertise your product or your service or a side hustle to your employee, your co-employees over there, do it in a certain way it's available to do. Don't do it whilst you have to be working for your current company that are working at. Do well to do it in the times where, let's say at lunchtime, at coffee breaks, at maybe external hours where you don't necessarily have much doing for the workplace, you can then introduce your business over there, but not when you're actively working during office hours. And my bonus point to you is that, well, in as much as our advice that don't just jump into running your side hustle when you start seeing income, I would advise that yes, you should take that leap of faith, but only do it when you check everything on your list. I've got a tons of video on the channel talking about how to start your business, how to run your business and all that. Do well to go and watch them and understand, and make sure you fully understand what you're jumping into. Make sure you understand how you want to go into it, and make sure you understand how you're going to grow it as well, because where it is now is not only the current state that is going to sustain you as a business owner and also sustain the business as well. So do well to understand everything before you take that leap of faith. I would encourage you, if you can, and it's in your will and it's in your power and into your heart and your passion, to follow that business idea or side hustle you have in mind. Do what to jump on it. Don't feel shy, don't feel discouraged about it. Do what to jump on it, but just make sure you check everything on your list. Make sure you have clarity, make sure you see growth, make sure you have a clear plan as to how you're going to run that business into success before you jump into it. So don't just go jumping into it because you think you've seen only 1 or 2 profits coming in, so you feel it's a valuable business idea. It's not always like that, and business is a tough journey to run on. Entrepreneurship is a very tough journey to run on. So understand everything about it, read about it, research about it, educate yourself about it before you jump into it. And I wish you Godspeed, I wish you the best of success, and I wish you the best of luck. So whatever you set out there to do, make sure you understand it, make sure you invest into it, make sure you get clarity and educate yourself on it before you take the bold step from quitting your job to run your own business. Well, that's it for this video. I hope it was educational. I hope it taught you something new. I hope you learned something new as well. Do leave in the comment section if you've learned something new today, and do share this video with a friend. I know lots of people out there want to quit their 9-to-5 jobs to start their own business. Share this video with a friend. Share it with someone that you know or someone who's thinking about it. Let them get clarity as to how they should approach it so that they don't end up making mistakes and putting themselves in terrible situations. Well, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Cheers.